I rise to recognize actually two women from the 25th Senate District, women that I refer to as women of distinction today. And these are women who, as you know, for those of us who spend so much of our time here trying to do the people's business for the state, there are people in our districts who serve all of us as leaders of what the New York City Constitution refers to as the community board leaders. And those are people that we rely on to make sure that our communities are protected and that the business of the people in our communities continues. So today I am honoring two women, both of whom have been serving on one of the community boards in my district, Community Board 8, which covers a part of my district that is Crown Heights and Prospect Heights. The president of that community board, who is now retiring from that position, is Nizjoni Granville. And Ms. Granville has been, for the last 20 years, a member of her community board. And in the last 10 years, she has served as chair of that board. And if those of us who are familiar with that part of Brooklyn, it is one of the most dramatically gentrifying areas in the city of New York. And in that process, there are so many complex issues that community board members and the community have to make so many conversations that they are engaged in on a weekly basis and a monthly basis that involve very, very difficult decision-making as it relates to the board. So this particular Board 8 and this particular chair, Ms. Granville, has been, as chair of that board, very, very significant. She is a quiet and steadfast, but no-nonsense leader. She is very, very fair, however, so that everyone's voice is heard. And in the debates, many of which become very contentious, she, in her quiet way, is able to navigate these kinds of issues and conversations so that those people in the community are able to eventually come together and agree on issues that many times may seem impossible, bridges that may seem impossible to cross. So this is the kind of leader that Ms. Granville has been for the last 10 years. I personally am I hate to see her leave as chair, but I know that she will continue to be active. And by the way, she is not only accomplished as a great leader in her community, but personally, she, in addition to working for her community, has been able to work and receive 2 master's degrees, one in transportation management and a master's degree in public administration. So we thank her. And along with her and by her side and carrying out the business, while Ms. Granville her position is an unpaid position, Michelle George, who is the person who has served as district manager, along with Ms. Granville, has been the one to interpret very complex issues related to zoning, related to land use, all of those things, especially related to economic development issues, education issues. She's been doing the work on a day-to-day basis for the last 10 years at least, along with Ms. Granville, and after having served for 30 years as a member of Community Board 8. So to these two women, I say to Michelle George, who is the district manager of Board 8 in Brooklyn, and to Ms. Granville, who has served as chair of the Board 8 in Brooklyn, as they retire from their positions, I want to say, as it says in our resolution, that for the services of these women, it is rare indeed for us to have an occurrence to honor such women who are compassionate, blending their strength, their leadership, their intellect, and their commitment that they have demonstrated. We are grateful, thankful, and these truly are pillars of our community. And as I say today, I honor them both as women of distinction. Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me an opportunity.